Welcome back to KIMI KATO Show. We just went out with Amber by KROI and just came back with Ale with All I Want. So can you tell us about the songs?
クロイは手放し大好きだから。君もこの前、東京、横浜で見てもらったんだよね。
No, so KROI was
No, he just loves KROI.
okay.
Yeah, it's one of his favorite bands. I went to see KROI in Yokohama with Atsushi the other day, a couple of weeks ago. They put up an amazing show in Yokohama in the docks. It's an old dock with red bricks. It's an area called Akarenga Soko. So it's a warehouse area that's built probably 100 years ago. It's built with red bricks, so we call it red brick storage or warehouse. That's where they performed their album release commemoration event, I guess. It was an amazing show. So
I had a chance to spend some time with the band when they came to Los Angeles to record a couple of songs, and I just want to say they are, first of all, fantastic people, and more importantly, fantastic musicians. And they love so many different kinds of music, and they've taken so many influences. So everybody who's listening to this show right now should go on their chosen music platform and check this band out right now.
KROI, KROI.
Yeah, KROI. Easy to type in.
クロイの名前の由来知ってる？
わかりません。
クロイの名前の由来は、ヒップホップとかロックとか、たくさんの音楽の色が混じって、いろんな色を混じると、色は黒くなるでしょ、ブラック。だから黒い。
So the origin of the name KROI, it means it sounds like the word black in Jap.
Phonetically, yeah.
Phonetically, it sounds like that. And because their musical influences are so broad, and I remember asking them, they're like, we like Michael Jackson, we like the Allman Brothers, just on and on and on. So they said, when you mix all of those influences together, it kind of does turn into this sort of, black color, which is the perfect summation of their feel, I would say, because there's rap, there's funk. It's just literally Allman Brothers sometimes. It's just, you don't know what you're getting, but they're just fantastic musicians. I can't speak more highly about them.
I'll put a link in the copy for the podcast.
Thank you. Yeah.
And then what about Ale?
エイルはシンガーソングライターとして非常に優れていて、歌はもちろんなんだけど、彼女はいろんなアーティストにも楽曲を提供していたりだとか、最近では海外のアーティストとも非常にコラボレーションすることも多くなってきたし、今後非常に注目をするべきアーティストの一人だと思う。
Yeah, so she's one of our really incredible singer-songwriters that we've got on our roster. She has just recently started collaborating more with overseas collaborators. And so she's one that you're going to definitely start seeing a lot more of as those songs start to cross over into new markets. And I just want to say I actually got lucky and got to spend time with her as well. And she's the most wonderful human being I've ever met in my life. And she's an incredible singer. I was driving around with her, and if anything came on the radio, she'd just start singing with this beautiful singing voice. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing there, just randomly driving on the freeway or whatever it was. So another artist where if you like sort of the R&B or just sort of this, really rich singing voice, this is what you should check it out.
Okay. Jeremiah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Did we go out?
I'm writing down all these tips right now. All these musicians. I'm getting the inside
we
scoop
froze
there.
a bit, but did you hear us?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
you didn't freeze on this side. So you're good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so do check Ale out, and both Ale and KROI actually.
Yeah.
Finally, I would love to talk about Bandmade. They are an upcoming, well, not upcoming, they've been around for a long time, but they're upcoming globally. They've been touring the US last year, the year before, over 20 cities, 2,000 capacity. Let's hear it.
バンドメイドはもうポニーキャニオンの中で海外で成功した一番のアーティスト。
Yeah, Bandmade is probably among the Pony Canyon roster, the one that has had the biggest overseas success. of anybody.
弟の話を。
Yes, I do have a little anecdote about this because right as I was joining Pony Canyon, I have a younger brother named Luke, and he was somewhere in the Bay Area having coffee with his friend. And my brother Luke says to his friend, "Hey, you know, my brother Gabe, he's joining this Japanese company called Pony Canyon." And then somebody at the table next to them, total stranger, leans over and is like, "Excuse me, did you say Pony Canyon?" And my brother's like, yeah. And the guy's like, "Well, Pony Canyon is the label that has Bandmate, so they're awesome." You know, he's like, "You got to tell your brother they're the best. We want more of them." You know, and just kind of like went off. And my brother was just like, I don't know, he didn't know what to make of all this because he hadn't really, I don't think he had heard of Pony Canyon or Bandmate, really. But you know, this is a band that, you know, you've heard this phrase super fans.
Yeah.
There needs to be a new word for something more than that.
Beyond super,
like ultra super fan. People love Bandmate. It's partly the music, because I know I was saying that KROI are fantastic musicians. I could say the same thing about Bandmate. These girls are, they are virtuosic hard rock musicians. And I'm not just saying that because I'm with the label. They are virtuosic. And you see that when you go to the live shows. But they also are, they just look cool, and they're incredibly endearing. Like they have a real specific look that's very upbeat, and because it's hard rock, so you might think it's kind of like dark. It doesn't really give you a dark feeling. It's very uplifting. It's very endearing.
Will we see these bands that you're mentioning more now that Pony
Yes.
Canyon is in USA?
Is that either that or they should fire me, because we want everybody to see more of this, you know. Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. I really hope so.
This band, go on YouTube, type in Bandmate. I mean, you'll get, like, I showed it to my mom, who's not always that interested in overseas new music. Let's just put it that way. And she's like, "Oh, these girls are great. I love this, you know, this is great." You know, it's like not her genre at all, but they just won her over completely in about one song. So
I've heard them. This is, I've kind of had the pleasure, but amazing. And again, I'll put all, for the listeners, I'll put all the links to the bands that we've played in this soundtrack, which was graciously provided to us by Pony Canyon USA and the guys here. Guys, thanks so much for giving us this music soundtrack. It's amazing. And I'll put links so that the listeners, you know, are turned on to it. They can easily go and listen.
Awesome. I really appreciate that.
So we will be playing Bandmate, a song called Bestie. But before we go, anything interesting like coming up, or sneak peek that you can give us or share with us, with our listeners? なんかこう期待できること、ポニーキャニオンでこれから
全体で、
はい、全体で何かありますか？
まあ USA がこうやって立ち上がって、ね、キミもゲイブもいて、今回みたいなバンドメイドのコラボレーションもそうだし、あとはその新しい IP がこれからできてくるだろうし、なんかもう楽しみしかないですね。
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, we've got this new operation here with Pony Canyon USA, and we've got you know, Gabe and KIMI here, and you know, a lot of probably collaborations that we probably can't announce just yet, but you know, go to the Pony Canyon website for the US and you'll see a constant updated playlist there. So there's a lot to look forward to, and you know, if you want to know more, just call me, and I'll give you more music and anime than you know. And by the way, that me was Gabe. That was me, not Goto-san. But you know, I'm here to make everybody who possibly might like this stuff get it into their hands and fall in love with it.
Well, we're grateful for that, and we're grateful that we know you, and thank you so much for bringing this to us, KIMI. I don't want to overspeak, but the KIMI KATO show. I mean, what a great place to come back when you guys have new stuff, right? To mention and to announce.
I would love
definitely that. Please look forward to having them back on the show to talk about more of their content. Thank you so much, Atsushi and Gabe, for coming on to our show today. I know you guys are extremely busy because, you know, they travel here to do the press conference and go to the Anime Expo. We're actually going to see the Dodgers today, but Yeah.
Good life.
We suffer.
Yeah. You're making the
It's
most
tough.
of it.
It's tough, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Jeremiah. You are listening to the KIMI KATO show. We had the final song for today is Bestie by Bandmade. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have fun. See you next